So you need to know what exactly this game is. You need to know it exists, and you need to understand the texture, the flavor. You need to know the color of the thingness of what this is. Welcome to Fellowship, and welcome to really the idea of whatever the heck is going on here. I know you guys probably think you know what it is, but you probably don't. This is a new sport. And it's incredibly fun. I think you can jump in with your friends and build each other up, loot dungeons together, and have an amazing, unique, and spectacular time that you can only get in a very select few games. I can't even fathom too many of them. I think barely, maybe, kind of, you get a little bit of this in end games of games like Final Fantasy XIV. It's especially notable in the Mythic scene for World of Warcraft, where this game is completely mirroring that. And maybe a little bit if there's some niche titles that didn't make it too big in the West, such as Dragon Nest. So, high five, for the social credit. I know what Dragon Nest is. That game was dope. But this game is not an exploratory dungeoneering experience like you get in Guild Wars 2. This isn't a casual romp where you just put on some armor and cast some spells with your friends like Elder Scrolls Online. This isn't a storied, layered experience like Final Fantasy XIV, and it isn't the myriad of options of play and role play that you have inside of World of Warcraft. Fellowship is, just so everyone knows, and it's good in a way, but just so you know, because no other YouTuber content creator is talking about it like this for some reason, this is a sport, and it only is a sport. As in, you can't play the game unless you are playing the competitive mode. Imagine if you could only play Overwatch if you were playing ranked, and the quick play was basically just like a little demo where you couldn't even play all the characters. That is effectively what this experience is. If you got a bunch of friends, or you're very okay doing pickup games with people who hate you and it's filled with toxicity, whatever. If you got some friends and you want to grind loot and progress and get better as a tank, better as a mage, better as a healer, that experience is absolutely here, and I want to tell you about it. I want to talk about it. But just know, before we get too much deeper, Fellowship is a complete mirror and copy of Mythic Plus, the esport from Blizzard's World of Warcraft, and nothing else. That's it. And hey, even if that doesn't sound like up your alley, let me just kind of rant at you, because there's some cool stuff here, and I think even if you don't actively play these kind of games, I'm finding that it's really cool to watch them as a spectator in a sport. Now, I'm going to continue to play myself personally, but it's just really cool to see as a culture, as developers and players, as all of us together, we're kind of figuring out what this even is, what it means to be a competitive, cooperative game.